It's Week 8 of the National Football League.
And up next, we'll see the rocket arm Joe Milton.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Aviators and the Blues coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking a sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity...
Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Here's Miller on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And they'll be led out by a player who had a string of wins to end his 2023 season. Now in his 6th year, Mason Rudolph.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Pass complete. That's Devin Duvernay. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner. But they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. They're brought out by a rookie known for his incredible arm strength. It's the 6th-rounder from Tennessee, Joe Milton.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd and 3 now. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
All start offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And they limit this to a minimal gain to around the 34. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle. Tamps him at the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Back to throw. Here's Milton. He finds Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 43. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Offense off to a good start, Brock. Here's a 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory. short side option here. He's running left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's 2nd down coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives them the first. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. To throw, Milton. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Here's Milton. That's caught for the first. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Aviators have a great first drive and get the game's first points. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Aviators will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's Miller on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Abanikanda. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They pick up 9 on the carry, and that sets up 3rd and inches. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Ethan Evans on that a punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Aviators and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. A give now from the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Escapes the pocket. And he'll get it up to the 27. 1 quarter down in this all AFC South contest. Neither side separating much so far. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They still have 5 to go here, 3rd down. Milton back to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll give him a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they make the tackle at the 38. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Who set it down for him at the 38. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Milton. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long. The Aviators get their special teams out onto the field. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And this one sails out, no return on the punt. The offense getting set to go. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. They'll come out throwing. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Aviators are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Second down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
Back out runs their offense. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. They go play action on first. That's complete to Juju. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. They're running the option, short side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Well, that one came with a...
So here comes the challenge flag. The Blues want them to take another look.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. He has the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Aviators double their lead to 14. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Their offense ready to take the field now. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a Bonnie Conda. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 now. Finds a man right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Pass play now. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That's into the hands of Moreau. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. Able to get it to Moreau. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. He's got it near the 8. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Memphis. The Blues facing a deficit near the break. Throwing it again here. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Blues make it a 1-score game before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Blues chunk the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He fields it from the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Brought in by Juju. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now Milton to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And the fair catch made here at the 15. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. They take over on offense now pretty late in this first half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pass complete to Duvernay. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and just 2 to go. Looking for a throw here. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. They'll throw it again. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
He'll throw it yet again. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. It's picked up by the defense. And they'll return it for a touchdown. The Aviators will add to their lead at the end of the half. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Aviators double their lead to 14.
Blues 7.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. So it's halftime, and the visiting Aviators have played themselves to a lead thus far. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it.
We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the 2nd half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. On first down, they'll run. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32, he gets this one to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll run here from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Milton back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up on fourth down. They'll send out the punting unit. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Abanikanda now up the middle. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Abanikanda. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side, and he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. The Aviators back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Here's Milton. Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes ended a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunky yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
That's complete to Jackson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
They pick up 20 yards there, and that'll give them a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Another carry for him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle, instead did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Miller on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Here's a give for Abanikanda. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Now a run with Abanikanda. And this one doesn't go far. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Now this offense getting set to work here. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Milton now. He has the first over the middle, and he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Man in motion, headed right. They'll try and punch it in. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing from the gun here. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Aviators keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Aviators make it a 24-point ball game. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Aviators emerge as winners, as with that, we sign off from Memphis.